Hello mga kababayan, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Laruan ni Obi. Search far and wide. Finally, I have had my hands on this two set Mark 85 and Thanos from the Marvel Studios The Infinity Saga. Instead of going through this set just in a breeze and getting a video out immediately, I'll be making a 2-series video featuring the Mark 85 and Thanos. So just like fine wine and cheese, let us enjoy these action figures separately, taking a look at each individual piece of toy art. So let's start this review by unpackaging this two set and discussing and discovering the most hated character in Marvel Cinematic Universe, Thanos. Instead of comparing this guy with the other released Thanos figures of past, I'll just be concentrating on this figure instead of thinking of the other figures, because if I'm going to do that, then I lose the enjoyment of owning this particular action figure. So let's start with articulation, which is the most basic thing that we want out of a action figure. So what does this figure not have in terms of articulation point? So with regards to the waistline, we don't have any cut on the waistline for rotation. We only have an ab crunch, but that ab crunch is nicely placed that it really does not have so much spaces in between wherein I could possibly fit the edge of my X-Acto knife. It's a nice tight fit and light does not pass through, and it bends nicely, so we don't have any break in design when we do ab crunches for Thanos. And we do that, we still have design overlays which does not have any break in design, so still a good looking action figure, even though it lacks articulation point over here. But I guess I understand that if they're going to put an articulation point over here, I guess it's going to be very hard considering that you have this loin guard or waist guard to deal with. Okay, now the next point of articulation that this action figure is missing would be the cut on the biceps for rotation. So still, if we miss that point over here, that elbow actually rotates, so still giving a form of articulation for Thanos if you want to pose him in other ways possible. So even if we miss that point over here, we still have rotation on the elbow, and the elbow is on a single point of articulation, but with regards to cut, it is a nice deep cut, giving Thanos still a wide range of motion for that elbow to do, for example, this thing like cradling his handheld weapon. So, but the rest of articulation points for a standard Marvel Legends action figure is still there. The size just right. As for colors and details out of packaging, this is the head sculpt that he comes with. So this is the Vanishing Thanos effect. So the thing that when he tries to snap and extinguish half or all life forms on in existence. It is not possible because he does not have the stones, and he instead ends up to be the extinguished one when Tony Stark snaps his fingers. Okay, so let's look at that Vanishing Thanos head sculpt. So with regards to head sculpt that is included in this figure, the one that is presently attached to the figure, it is a nice effect actually. So part of the skull is already in existence. So the rest of his face also, or part of the back of the head, is also starting to vanish. So really nice effect if you want to pose this specific figure this way. Now with regards to this gray matter on the armor of Thanos, I don't know whether that is a part of the vanishing effect or just tarnish on his armor because of the results of battling with Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man. Because this is a Thanos with a armor on, let us put this head sculpt on him and change that snapping hand. So I exchanged the hands, the snapping hands, to the fist. Now the fist, which is included in packaging, contains the Infinity Stones. As you could see, the colors of the Infinity Stones are on the gauntlet on this fist. And I also changed the head sculpt from the Vanishing head sculpt over here to that helmeted one. Now the other two head sculpts that are included in this figure actually are just with regards to how Thanos would look with different expressions on. So as you could see, this has a different expression. This head sculpt has a different expression. And so with the head sculpt that we have over here, and a very angry or battle ready head sculpt, which is the one that is attached right now. So 4 head sculpts, depends on what you want or how you want to display him with. So that is a really good option with regards to this Thanos figure. Now when I attached this weapon to Thanos, I took a look at the copy of the movie of Endgame and took a peek at how big is this handheld sword, this two-edged sword that he has. So I understand that it is really a humongous weapon. But with regards to the one that is included with the figure, I think I am just okay with it. Because if it's going to be a bludgeoning and a cutting weapon, I would rather that it's going to be this length and this size. Well, just using the things from my experience and training. So with regards to cutting weapons, I would rather have something, if it's going to be on a close quarter battle or CQB or close in contact, I would rather have something that is short and wieldy. So just for example, the length of this weapon is just right, considering that you have 2 separate edges of this thing and you have a really big figure or a big character that's going to wield that, and considering that he's going to fight smaller opponents or bigger opponents in hand-to-hand combat, then something of this size would be just right. You take this Thanos out of the transparent packaging material or the plastic prison that it comes with. Actually, this head sculpt is going to be situated this way. Actually, the head is hunched over the neck, reducing total height of the figure. So the first order of battle when you take this figure out of packaging is to straighten that head out, thus increasing total height of Thanos and giving him that hovering or towering presence that you want or expect instead of that hunched over look. So how does this figure fare with the other Marvel Legends or Infinity Saga figures that are associated with the end scene or the final battle in the movie? So we have Fat Man Thor, the God of Thunder. So with regards to proportion, just right actually. Still Thanos towers over Thor, Fat Man Thor, but yeah, I could already see all three figures, Captain America, this figure, and Iron Man in the set. But for now, we're going just to compare Thanos with Thor and Captain America. So let's put the Captain in. So this is the figure that we want to have in this scene. As you could see, the smallest of the three would be the Captain, of course. We expect that the God of Thunder would still be taller or bigger than Captain America, and of course, with regards to total height, the Thanos figure is still towering over these two guys. So with regards to recreating that diorama by having that Mark 85, this Captain America, and this Thor action figure, and this Thanos figure, we finally have a complete set to complete that scene. So am I satisfied or happy with this Thanos figure? My answer would be yes. Of course, if you're going to compare this Thanos action figure with the previous releases, then you won't be satisfied with this. But with regards to a lot of things, considering just this figure itself, what it brings to our review table and to our collection, I could say that I'm okay with it. So that was my short review of this Thanos, this specific Thanos figure that comes with this set. So let's get on with the photos and video shots so we could get on with the Iron Man Mark 85 with that amazing Tony Stark head sculpt, the best head sculpt I have seen so far with an Iron Man or Tony Stark figure. So let's get on once again with the photos and video shots for Thanos.